hand as wide as possible. That's the fruits and vegetables that should be at every meal. So if you think about, now picture a plate and put your hand out on the plate, that's going to take up about half the plate. So that's a big salad. It could be, if you're on the go, it could be a piece or two of fruit, an apple and an orange, something like that. But that's your fruits and vegetables. People will say sometimes, well, if I'm really hungry, can I have 2 hands of fruits and vegetables? I say, knock yourself out. Have as many fruits and vegetables as you want to, but at least have that many. Then you close your fist. You make a really tight fist, and that's your concentrated carbohydrates, starches. So that's rice, potatoes, grains, cereal, oatmeal, pasta, anything like that, okay? So, do you guys have Olive Garden here? Italian restaurant. So in the United States, there's an Italian chain called Olive Garden, and they bring you a bowl of spaghetti. It's about this big around, right? That's people eat that. You get free refills if you want another bowl.
Wow.
And you're only supposed to eat this much. So what I'll tell people is if you're eating out, take your hand, put it right next to the plate, scrape off that much, and then take the rest home with you. You can eat for the rest of the week. The whole family can eat off of that, right? But you only want about that much of bread or that kind of dense carbohydrate. Then the size of the palm of your hand is your protein. So that could be 1 or 2 eggs, depending on the size of your hand. It could be some steak, it could be fish, it could be chicken, it could be whatever kind of protein that you want. And then you make an OK sign. And the circle, that's your added fat. So that's some kind of oil, some kind of, it could be butter, it could be olive oil, it could be whatever you want. Okay, so if you do that, fruits and vegetables, concentrated carbohydrates, protein, and added fat, that ends up being about 500 calories for most people, right? If your hand is very small, maybe it's 400 calories. If you have big hands, it might be 600 calories. But if you do that, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's 1,500 calories. And that's an appropriate amount of calories for most people to try to lose a little bit of body fat. When I'm exercising really hard, my daily intake should be about 3,000 calories a day. So if this is 500 calories for me, I do that 6 times, right? I'll eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, snack, 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 and that gets me to 3,000. So it's not about eating a bigger meal, it's about eating that same meal more times through the day, okay? So we'll do this in our studies, and people will come to us and say, usually when we do our studies, we have a little nutrition lecture once a week where everybody comes, we take their measurements, we take their blood or their saliva or whatever we're measuring, we weigh them, we do their body fats, all that kind of stuff. And then we have a lecture about some aspect of nutrition. And after the first week, everybody will come back after 1 week and they'll say, this isn't going to work for me. I'm not going to be able to lose weight on this plan, right? Eating this way or putting in a shake or whatever it is. Because why do you think that? Why do you think they say that? It's too much food. Right? When you start eating this way and eating more fruits and vegetables and making sure you have the appropriate amount of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins and fibers and things like that, it's a lot of volume in your stomach. Because now you're not eating fast food. You're not eating a huge amount of calories in your pasta, which when you chew it up and put it in your stomach, it actually takes up a very small space. You are eating probably a little more fat. You are eating probably a little more protein than what you were doing before. It's very, very filling. And so people will come to us and they'll say, no way, I'm too full. This is too much food for me. I'm going to gain weight. And we say, nope, I've been doing this for 10 years. Please follow it. If they get really freaked out about the whole thing, we'll have them write down everything for a few days, and we'll enter it into our computer package, and we'll show them, no, look, it's only 1,400 calories, or today it was 1,600 calories, and we show them it's not a lot of calories, and they'll follow it, and they'll lose weight. The fat will come right off their body, and they say, I wasn't hungry, my energy was good, my brain worked, I could focus, I'm feeling better, all those sorts of things, if they'll just stick with the plan, and it's one of the things that's frustrating, I'll be honest with you. It doesn't fall off like that. It doesn't. There are plans out there where you can go on the plan, and 3 days later you can say, hooray, I lost 5 pounds on the scale, right? But you've lost water, you've lost glycogen from your muscles, you haven't been eating carbohydrates, for example, and your glycogen, the storage form of sugar in your liver and in your muscles, goes away. And that is a lot of water loss. And so you lose pounds on the scale, but it's not your fat. Your fat takes about 1, 2, 3 weeks. And so people would come in and they'd weigh and they'd go, oh, I didn't lose anything. And they come in the next week and they'll go, oh, I only lost a pound. And then on week 3 and week 4, then it starts to go, because you have to get that machinery going. You know, it's not. I wish I could just go and take it off and throw it in the garbage. Right? We all wish that, but it doesn't work that way. So you know, if you just stick with that kind of a plan, let this work, let this biochemistry work for you, it comes off. And then you're 6 weeks or 8 weeks into it, and you go, oh yeah, I'm glad I stuck with it during those weeks where it didn't seem like anything was happening. It's like it's getting the machinery going. Okay? I can't remember what I was answering, but